evening such as this, with ice outside our sanctuary and a cool breeze coming through the windows of the sanctuary, we also recognise that for many this has probably been quite a difficult week. The first one in our local areas of a lockdown, for many of you in other places, not just the first week but the continuation. And for some there is looking after and there is caring. For some have experienced bereavements this week, whether it has been because of COVID or for any other reason. For others, we've been homeschooling, we've been juggling, and we've all been coming to terms with what has been going on in a world that seems quite topsy-turvy. Challenges to what we thought was sacred. Well, tonight is sacred. A night when we bring into our homes and into our sanctuaries an element of peace. And so together, let us light our Shabbat candles, ushering in moments of rest and of peace.
Oh, I managed to lose my paper. So you'll have to wait a moment till we can light ours. Shabbat candles. And we say together, Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat.
And hopefully you have got some new light in your homes, or brought from this sanctuary here tonight. We've had to get used to spotlights in our sanctuary, but the most important
We don't really
light,
notice them anymore.
the most important light is our Shabbat candles. So we welcome it in with some music from Jerusalem, from the amazing group who gather there, Nava Tehillah, a Lachuna Ranana, a slightly different tune to the one that you may know. Hopefully we're going to get it right, because I think it's the first time we've done it since we were here in the sanctuary.
Absolutely.
We're delighted to have Miffy here this evening, because I do remember playing it with her, but also with Lydia as well. But if I get this wrong, it is all down to me.
Toda,
from Jerusalem, we move to Africa, I think, right?
We do indeed.
Also slightly different tune to Lechadodi than some of you might be used.
This is from the Abu Daya community from, I believe, Uganda. And with both of those tunes, from Jerusalem and this one as well, there's a real note of joy. And even through the difficulty of our weeks, we want Sabbath to be an oneg, a joy for us, to lift ourselves. So please do, and I do encourage you to get up and move with this beat, because it is the way to start our week off, our weekend off, our special Sabbath. Lechatodi likrati kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lechatodi likrati kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Shamo v'zacho b'dibur echad, Ishmi'anu elam ha'yuchad, Adonai echad u'shemo echad, l'shemo tiferet v'litkila, lechatodi likrati kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela, likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelecha, כי היא מקום הברכה, מראש מקדם לסוכה, סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה, לך תודי לקראתי קלה, בני שבת נקבלה, התעוררי, כי באורי קומי אורי, שיר דברי, כבוד אדוני עלייך נגלה, לך תודי לקראתי קלה, בני שבת נקבלה, בואי בשלום עטרת בעלה, גם בשמחה ובצהלה, תוך אמוני עם סגולה, בואי חלה, לך תודי לקראתי קלה, בני שבת נקבלה, לך תודי לקראתי קלה, בני שבת נקבלה. From Uganda back to the Holy Land, to Haaretz, and to Psalm 92, Mizmor Shir L'Yom HaShabbat.
מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני. וזמר לשמך היום, וזמר לשמך היום. להגיד הבוקר חסדך, ואמונתך בלילות. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, טוב להודות לאדוני.
Would you please rise? Baruchu et Adonai Hamevorach. Baruch Adonai Hamevorach leolam.
be the one to whom our praise is due.
We praise the Eternal One, to whom our praise is due forever. Please be seated.
We have a special guest this evening from Sweden who is going to be celebrating her bat mitzvah next week. Her brother will join us probably the week after in the service. But for Ma'ariv Aravim, we welcome from Sweden.
אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם אשר בדברו מעריב ערבים בחומה פותח שערים ובטובנה משנה עתים ומחליף את האסמנים ומסדר את הכוכבים בשמרותיהם הם ברקיע כרצונו בורא יום ולילה גולל אור מפני חושך וחושך מפני אור המעביר יום ומביא לילה ומבדיל בין יום ובין לילה אדוני צבאות שמו ברוך אתה אדוני המעריב ערבים.
Please rise. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. 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 אלוהיך, בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך. והיו הדברים האלה, אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם, בשבתך בביתך, ובלכתך בדרך, ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לעוד על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך. Please be seated. Whatever challenges we have faced during the week, we know that we can join our voices in harmony with Miriam, Moses, and all of the Israelites as they sang the words of Micha Mocha, a song as they crossed into freedom. לעולם ועד.
ונאמר כי פדה אדוני את יעקב וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו. ברוך אתה אדוני גאל ישראל. That we may lie down in peace, and let us rise up to life renewed. Spread over us the shelter of your peace. Guide us with your wise counsel, and for your name's sake be our help. Shield us from sickness and war, from famine and distress, and keep us from wrongdoing. Shelter us in the shadow of your wings, for you are our guardian and deliverer, a gracious and merciful God. Guard our going out and our coming in, that now and always we may have life and peace.
Baruch atah Adonai, haporech sukat shalom, aleinu v'alkol, yoshvei tevet. If you would like to rise for the Amidah, please do. Eternal God, open up our lips, that our mouths may declare your praise. We praise you, Eternal One, our God and God of our ancestors,
of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, of Sarah, Rebekah, Rachel, and Leah. Great and mighty, awesome and exalted God, you deal kindly with us and embrace us all. You remember the faithfulness of our ancestors, and in love bring redemption to their children's children, for the sake of your name. You are our sovereign and helper, our Redeemer and shield. We praise you, O God, shield of Abraham and protector of Sarah.
At Gibora Leolam Shaddai, Machaya Meitim At Rabba Lechoshia, Meshiva Haruach Umorida Hageshem, Mazricha Hashemesh Umorida Hatal, Mechalkelet Chaim Bechesed, Machaya Meitim Berachamim Rabim, Zomechet Noflim Verofet Cholim, Umatira Asurim, Umekayemet Emunata Lishenei Afar. מי חמוך בעלת גבורות, ומי דום מלך, גבורה ממיתה ומחיה ומצמיחה ישוע, ונאמנה את להחיות מתים, ברוכה את שדי, מחיה המתים. You are holy, awesome is your name. We have no God but you. We praise you, Eternal One, the Holy God. And if you're following the liberal tradition, then please be seated. And if you're not, please feel free and comfortable to remain standing.
ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותיו. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ וביום השביעי שבת שבת ויהי נפש שבת שבת ויהי נפש שבת שבת ויהי נפש.
We continue together.
אלוהינו ואלוהי
אלוהי
אבותינו,
אבותינו,
רצה
רצה
ומנוחתנו, והנחילנו אדוני אלוהינו, באהבה וברצון שבת קודשך, וינוחו בה כל ישראל, מקדשי שמך, ברוך אתה אדוני, מקדש השבת. Eternal God, be gracious to your people Israel, and in your love accept their prayers. May our worship now and always be acceptable in your sight. We praise you, O God, whom alone we worship in reverence.
And together.
Dim anachnu lach, שאתה הוא אדוני אלוהינו ואלוהי אבותינו לעולם ועד. צור חיינו, מגן אישנו, אתה הוא לדור ודור. נודה לך ונספר תהילתך, על חיינו המסורים בידיך, ועל נשמותינו הפרודות לך, ועל ניסיך שבכל יום עמנו, ועל נפלותיך וטובותיך, שבכל עת ערב ובוקר וצהריים. ברוך אתה אדוני, הטוב שמך ולך נאה להודות.
Shalom Rab Israel Avraham Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rab Israel Avraham Tasim Leolam. Ki ata hu melech ador lechol hashalom.
ברוך אתה אדוני, עושה השלום.
רצון אמרי והגיון ליבי לפניך, אדוני צורי וגואלי. May the words of our mouths and the meditations of our hearts be acceptable to you, O God, our rock and our redeemer. This evening we have travelled around the world with our music, from Israel to Africa to Americas to Europe. And now we're coming very close to home. This synagogue was the home of Kadima Holiday School. And this week we do commemorate, as you will hear later on, somebody who served as a nurse at Kadima Summer School for many years, Susie Vanner. This song was written by two people, I think, at least one from Finchley Progressive Synagogue, Mark DeLue, I'm not too sure, maybe also Finchley, maybe Kingston, I can't remember. This was written at Kadima in those days when it was a summer school and not Machadeh Kadima, a summer camp. Our summer camp of LJY Netzer, we hope and pray, will go ahead this summer. But in hope that there will be the longevity of the children who come through LJY Netzer, just as the children who came through Olpsnick and whatever it was before that when Kadima Summer School started. Let us sing this tune, written at Kadima Summer School. Oh, say shalom in Roma. Say shalom aleinu. May the Most High, source of perfect peace, grant peace to us, to all Israel, and to all the world. We now move on to our concluding prayers, so please do rise. Aleinu l'shabach la'adon hakol, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, אשר שם חלקנו לחד את שמו, וגורלנו להמליך מלכותו. On this day, let us dedicate ourselves anew to the task that our ancestors tried in all their higher moments to fulfill, to bring nearer a time when all your children will understand that they are brothers and sisters, so that one in spirit and fellowship they may be forever united before you. Then shall your sovereignty be established on earth, and the word of your prophet shall be fulfilled. Adonai melech, Adonai malach, Adonai yimloch leolam vaed. We
remember those who died in recent days and those who died at this time of the year and years gone by. On this Shabbat, we think of those whose yahrzeit falls at this time. Ada Blind, the mother of Renee Simmons. Alan Cohen, the uncle of Rachel Rickeisen. Ann Dicker, the aunt of Beverly Sperry. Martha Rees, a benefactor of the synagogue. Ronald Gerard, the father of Celia Voss. Stan Rose, the husband of Hilary, father of Alison Dollo and Ian, father-in-law of Graham, grandfather of Thomas, James, and Marcus, and grandfather-in-law to Susie. And Stanley Fryer, the father of Avril Whitty. We are saddened to share the news of the recent deaths of Patricia Gerard, the mother of Celia Voss, and Michael. Susie Vanner, the wife of Howard, mother of Natasha and Nick, and sister of Janet Packman and John Clure. Nadia Leon, the wife of Dennis, mother of Samantha and Zachary, and sister of Baya. Zecher tzadikim livracha. May all that was dear and good in their lives endure always as a blessing and as a continual influence for good. As we recite together. Yitgadal v'yitgadash shemei Rabbah, b'alma divrach yirotei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayachon v'yom echon v'chayei d'chol Beit Yisrael, b'gala v'zman kariv v'imru, Amen. Yehei shemei Rabbah mevorach le'olam u'la'amei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach, yitpa'al v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, Vitada, vitale, vitalal, shmei de kodesha, berichu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, damiran ba'alma v'imru, Amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru, Amen. Oseh shalom b'momav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, O kol b'nei Adam, imru. Amen. May the Most High Source of perfect peace grant peace to us, to all Israel, and to all humanity. And let us say, Amen. May be seated. In a moment, we're going to conclude with some words of Psalm 89, because we felt that we needed maybe a reminder that this world was indeed built on love or on kindness. So these are the words that we're going to conclude our service with. But just a few announcements. Do make sure to join us for Kiddush at the end of the service. The details will be up on the screen. If you haven't joined us on Zoom before, do come and join us on Zoom. Also, do join us tomorrow morning if you wish to join us on our children's program with Tots Shabbat. That's at 9:30. Adults are welcome as well, but we invite the children into the Zoom room and adults to watch on the stream. So if you want to join that's at 9:30, and at 11 in the morning, do join us to celebrate with Noah Rawlings and his family, his bar mitzvah. It's going to be a really special morning. So please do join us for that. And then tomorrow afternoon, Havdalah slightly earlier than our regular 5 p.m. at 4:30 p.m. because we've got our Exploring Judaism class tomorrow. So we're starting Havdalah a little bit earlier. Also a heads up for next week, Havdalah. We have a very special program next week for Havdalah, immediately after Havdalah. The wonderful poet and liturgist Alden Soloway, who joined us for this service as well from Jerusalem, will be with us to introduce or launch his new book of prayers and poems called My Precious Life. I think we all need a bit of precious life and a bit of comfort. So do join us. It's going to be about an hour, just listening a little bit to Alden and the stories behind his prayers. So that will be next week, and on the same Zoom link as Havdalah, so probably about 5:15 p.m. Anything else that we need to mention for this week?
Rabbi Leah, how many people studied with you this week?
Oh, how many studied with me? But a lot less than with you, I think. I'm doing the challenging courses. I had in total, about 35.
So that takes us to about 140 people. There's a few crossovers, but mainly around, let's take it down to 120. 120 people studying with us, and the majority from MPLS. I'm calling it MPLS.
But they're all
on
calling it
purpose.
the ARC.
They're calling it the ARC, but I'm calling it that. Because last year, if we had done a study session, we might have got 7 or 8 people turning up. It's incredible that so many people are learning with us in our Hebrew sessions, in our Parashat Shavua sessions, studying the Torah portion of the week as well. If you want to know why, just come along and find out what is the special Ruach, the special spirit that is there.
Absolutely. And we are starting a new adult education program 2 weeks, I think, together and apart. So just check out the website for details and how you can register for that. But now let's make the world out of love.
Olam
Chesed Yibaneh.
Let us build this world, starting with this Shabbat, with love. May you have felt the love from all of the sanctuaries, the little sanctuaries that join together as one, as part of this community, as this congregation, this evening. May it empower you to go through this Sabbath, this Shabbat, with love and with confidence for the week ahead. Shabbat Shalom to all of you.
Shabbat Shalom.